All right, Tomi, help me out here. Imagine that's you, Tomi Lahren, star of social media, and you go out there and it's Obama as the president, you use those words. Exact words, no changing.
If we say those things, then we are inflammatory. If they say those things, they're funny. It's interesting how the world works. But I think their audience is going to tend to dwindle because I think the silent majority is getting a little bit louder. And to be honest, they're just not that funny.
You know, listen, where are the liberals? Coulter tries to speak in college campus. Milo Yiannopoulos tries to speak at Berkeley, home of free speech. You know, how many people have attacked me, Tomi, and every conservative and boycott and all the threats? It's all an effort to silence us. Where is your side?
I'm right here.
No. Who stands up loudly and says, stop paying people to destroy conservative media?
Well, I don't think it's just paying people.
Oh, they're paying them.
People are paid. The protesters, you mean, or the professors that
people are paid to monitor my 4 hours on air a day.
I really don't know about that process, but by the number of things that I see show up on Twitter about what you said, I imagine there are people on staff monitoring these types of things, and it is part of the narrative.
Don't they want to? So they want to shut me down? Where are all the liberals that believe in free speech?
Right here, and Alan Dershowitz and Bernie Sanders, who went out there and defended Coulter's right to speak at Berkeley, especially because Berkeley receives federal funding.
But, I mean, but you named the three only people that did, and that's the point, Tomi.
The only three people that did.
There's not a loud outcry from people on the left to say, stop being liberal fascists trying to silence conservative speakers.
They think, though, that this makes them social justice warriors. They think that they're doing the country a service. Now, they probably wouldn't serve the actual country overseas, but they think by protesting, especially at UC Berkeley, somehow they're fulfilling some kind of a duty.
Tomi, when you have a draft-dodging president right now that you fully support, please don't bring up this serving overseas issue. I have great respect for all of the men and women.
What are you talking about, draft-dodging president?
The bone spurs?
Well, there is a legitimate medical condition. Stop. Do you know it's not legitimate? Do you know anything about his medical condition? No. So let's not speculate. Let's not. Here's the bigger issue. I thought your side loved free speech, and for the most part, 99% of your side is silent when conservatives are constantly silenced, under attack, boycotted, and everything done to intimidate and change the narrative of right-wingers.
I agree with you. I was disappointed to see, I think it was Howard Dean who said that hate speech wasn't allowed. Hate speech is protected under the First Amendment. It's important that you listen to the other side. We're not going to get anywhere if we don't, and we're not going to win elections again if we're not listening to the other side. And
you know what I wouldn't call for tonight, and I bet Tommy's with me here. I'd never call for anybody to boycott Stephen Colbert. You know how I boycott Stephen Colbert? It's called watching Jimmy Fallon. You know, if you don't like this show, go watch some other show. And this is the point. We don't do this to them. We're far more open-minded in spite of the perception that they create on the left that they're open-minded and open and accessible. They're really not, because otherwise they would be standing with us like years ago I stood with that idiot Bill Maher. I don't like Bill Maher. I don't even like Stephen Colbert, but I would not want anyone to try and shut him down or anybody else.
But there were liberal outlets, and Bret Baier pointed this out, for instance, when it looked like conservative media outlets were being boycotted by the White House, and said that CNN, I believe in the New York Times, stood with Fox when they weren't getting access to...
That's not the same thing. We're not, there's an effort to shut it down, though. Tomi, would you ever support a boycott? I would not.
No, absolutely not. I think that the best remedy for speech you don't like is more speech. It's not saying, hey, I don't like what you're saying and it offends me, so I would like you to go away, and I would also like to label you into the corner and then think that I stand on some kind of a moral high ground. These people, if they think that Milo Yiannopoulos and Coulter is the worst thing that's ever going to happen to their little snowflake lives, they got another thing coming when they finally do leave UC Berkeley or wherever else they're protesting in the street.
I mean, that's the point. I mean, what are they afraid of? You know, there was Laura Ingraham said on this program, and I thought she was right. Why didn't they just engage Coulter and have a debate with Coulter, a free and open exchange of ideas with
Totally.
Coulter?
I mean, because I think that we stand on, you know, the right side, not to use the right term, in terms of political affiliation.
So you're changing your political views?
Yes, I'm coming out tonight as a conservative. I wanted to do it on your program.
Did you hear that?
Oh, I missed you so much. And I missed your voice
Tomi.
and everything about you, Jessica.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, by the way, Tomi, welcome back. You kind of disappeared for a while. I'm not getting involved.
No.
We're glad to have you back. Good to see you both.
Thanks, Sean.
And we appreciate you being here. Liberals, if you're true to your belief system, freedom of speech, free and open exchange of ideas and ideals and opinions, you got to start standing up for conservatives. Because, by the way, people will go after you too.